Hi, Misha.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Tom. So you wrote us about fire hardening your house and making it more safe in case there's a fire. What's going on?
Yes, we were really impacted by the 2017 fire. We could actually see it from this ridge right up over here. Actually, I have a photo I can show you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were standing right in this spot, and you can see right up on that ridge, we can see like
Oh
little
my gosh, there's the
ember.
flames right there.
Yeah, it was pretty scary.
I can actually smell smoke right now.
Yep, unfortunately, that's something we have to deal with nowadays, just fact of life around here, but we're just kind of do what we can. And that's why we called you, because we want to figure out what we can do to protect our house in case it ever gets that close again.
Right. I don't know if you're aware that we did a story a few years back about that fire up in Paradise. I did a segment with a company that demonstrates how they harden homes against wildfires. Oh, wow, look at that. And someone from the company is actually working on your home right now. All right, so Nate's over there working away. How's it going, Nate?
Oh, hey there. It's going good.
Hi, Misha. Nice
Hi,
to
Misha
meet you.
and Nate.
Tom, so tell me, what's going on?
Well, we are hardening this home. Right now, I'm currently working on the vents, but there's a few other things that need to occur. Just trying to get ready for the fire season.
Yeah, so we've done our roof, and those vents are, up to more recent code and more protective from embers getting in.
Roof is a good place to start. That's generally where the embers will hit first, that and the foundation. So you want to make sure that all vents on the home are fire and ember safe. Most people think that during a wildfire event, this big, scary flame wall, attacks buildings, and it does. But long before that, those fires are generating embers by the trillions, and they're blowing everywhere. So the number one threat to structure loss during wildfire events is wind-blown embers. You want to think about it like you're a little ember. Fire needs three things to live. It needs fuel, heat, and oxygen. An ember is two of those things. It's its own little fuel source, it's its own little heat source. It lands, it already has everything it needs. It transfers its heat to those dried leaves in the gutter, to the dead weeds underneath the house, cardboard boxes in the attic, right? So thinking about it from that perspective can help you harden your home better, right? If I was an ember, how would I get in? We're starting on the foundations back here, and then we'll move to the rest of the house.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. All right, Nate, how do these vents work?
There's two main parts to this vent. The back of the vent is a 304 stainless steel mesh. Very simply, it blocks embers for the life of the vent. No activation required, repeatedly blocks embers. The inside of the vent is a honeycomb aluminum material with an intumescent coating, meaning that it reacts to heat. At imminent failure, when this reaches 450 to 500 degrees, the vent will actually puff up with a carbon layer and seal the vent shut, allowing the building material to fend off the flames. You don't want a hole in your building when there's a fire outside, right?
So when that puffs up, it stops all the embers?
No. The back of the vent, the stainless steel mesh, that blocks embers. The honeycomb intumescent material, that's for radiant heat and flame.
So that's at the flames, like right under the vent, like you have flame right along your house. This is going to keep it from getting inside.
Exactly, that's your last-ditch effort. But prior to that, when the fire is miles away and there's embers flying around, catching things on fire, this vent will just easily block embers because of the stainless steel mesh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so what do we do now?
The first thing we did was we got a standard foundation vent. Now for the fire caulking.
That's really to seal the air around that flange so no embers can get in there.
That's exactly right. Yeah, you want to make sure there's no gaps.
Pretty cool.
Get your fasteners.
So what do you got next, Nate?
Next is gutter guards. Gutters can fill up full of leaves, they become dry, instant tinder bundle during a wildfire event. Place these on top of the gutter, it keeps leaves out. Water can still penetrate this because of the raised pattern. High performance, high flow, ignition resistant, and does a great job of keeping your gutters clean.
I think that little pattern also gives the wire some strength and rigidity.
Yeah, it also breaks surface tension of the water.
Ah.
Right? So this is a micro mesh. It's not only aesthetically pleasing, but it's functional.
So how would I maintain my gutters now that I have a guard on it? I don't obviously have to clean them out. Is there anything special I need to do with these now when they're installed?
In the event that there's some litter that could accumulate on the top that's not blown off by the wind, a little sweep and you're done.
Sounds easier
Pretty
than
easy to
before.
maintain, yeah.
Yeah,
All
definitely.
right, so they look like about 5 or 6 inches for that size gutter, but how do you install them onto the gutter?
There's 2 edges. There's a beaded edge.
Yep.
It's got a little trim on it. Lift the shingle, place it under the shingle. This snaps to the front of the gutter, edge of the gutter. 3 fasteners.
Well, that was simple enough.
On to the next run. This is Ember Mesh. It's a 304 stainless with a fine powder coating, give it a little bit more resilience. We're going to skirt this deck out. Underneath decks is a great place for embers to hide.
I noticed that it's much heavier than a screening wire that I would use in like a storm window or something like that.
It is a bit heavier. You want it to have some structural integrity so it's not easily kicked in or deforming. You want it to stand up. We're going to bury the edge of it so it
Okay.
can stay in place.
Well, Nate, I gotta say, it looks good. All the vents are in, even the gable vent. You did a good job.
Yeah, it's looking really good.
Yeah, thank you, Tommy and Nate, so much. I feel a lot of relief having this piece of the fire hardening all finished and so secure.
It's hard to believe that these simple little measures can protect the house the way they do.
Yeah, and we've seen it in action, right? There's a house in Paradise, California that comes to mind. There was a fire, of course, and they had gutter guards, they had vents, they had done their landscaping, and they have a home today. But all the homes around this one particular home, unfortunately, were lost. So we know it works. I'm really happy that you did it. Maybe you can spread the word throughout the neighborhood.
Absolutely. The more everybody does it, the more neighborhoods are protected and hopefully nobody loses their house to a fire.
Yeah?
Yeah,
And we all learned a lesson.
we sure
Great.
did.
Great job, everybody.
Nate.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.